Hi, I'm Sonia Crothers with Cherokee Focus, and this is Cherokee in Focus, where we visit with individuals and organizations who help the families and children of Cherokee County. Today, we're very excited to visit Never Alone and speak with Millie Hughes, Director. Morning, Millie.
Hey, good morning, Sonia. How are you doing?
Doing good. So tell us a little bit about Never Alone and how you serve Cherokee County.
Well, Cherokee County is a wonderful place to live. First of all, let me say that, and it's a great place to serve. I'm so proud of our community. But we're located, as you said, here in kind of the heart of Cherokee County down in Woodstock. And we have a client choice facility that we serve out of 5 days a week. Now, this is how we've served for a number of years. Client choice simply means that those that we serve get to come in, they get to choose their food instead of us giving them a box. That means that we've got frozen foods, we've got fruits, we've got vegetables when we're able to get them. It's a really great model. It's a dignity-based model. It allows us to build deeper relationships with those that we serve. It allows us to say, hey, we see that just because you need help, it doesn't mean that you don't still have a dietary need or that you still have maybe food allergies, or maybe you just don't like lima beans. And so we're not going to force those things on you. But as I said, one of the beautiful things is it does allow us to continue to build those relationships deeper because of the way we serve.
And that is so important with people coming in, I know, is building those relationships, and you guys do such a good job at that. So currently we're in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, hopefully nearing the end. How has that affected the way that you serve?
Well, we are seeing a surge in food insecurity, and it's exactly what we expected to see as things shut down, people losing their jobs, whether it's temporarily, permanently, whether they're being laid off, cut back hours. We expected this to happen. So we mobilized quickly, and we were able to begin doing what we call remote drive-by distributions. So since it feels like January, but since April 1st, we've actually gone out to 4 additional remote distributions. We were out, we did Revolution Canton, Revolution Jasper, then we were at Canton First United Methodist Church, and then this past Saturday, we were at His Hands Church in Woodstock. And so what we do is we take out a number of boxes, and then they literally just drive through for safety reasons, and we put those items in their box, the boxes and the frozen meats in their car for them. So it enables us to serve a lot of people quickly, a lot of families. And so that means we're able to kind of address the situation that's happening immediately. We have 3 more of those planned over the next 3 weeks. We'll be going out to Woodleska at Shoal Creek Baptist this weekend, then we'll be at New Life Church, and then we'll be at Grow Church on May 9th. And so those are the next 3 Saturdays. So far, between that and doing our normal servicing here at the food pantry, we have remained open. Of course, we're having to, adhere to 6-foot distancing, cleaning, everything that we're supposed to do to be safe. So we're not able to serve quite as many people as we normally do here, but we're still serving, and we're staying quite booked up. As a matter of fact, last I checked, we don't even have an appointment until sometime next week. And so we will continue to serve that way because we realize that long-term it's a food pantry that's really going to help get people through. But so far this month, we've been able to assist a little over 1,300 families, and that represented almost 6,000 individuals. And we've been able to put about 67,000 pounds worth of food into our community. And that's just between the 1st and the 18th of April. And we still have 1 more remote distribution, and then, however many service days until the end of the month.
I know I was going to ask you, and I think you've already told me a little bit about the impact that this virus has had on our community in regards to food insecurity and what you're seeing. I know the numbers that you just told us are far larger than what you even did at Thanksgiving this year. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yes, every year we do a special Thanksgiving distribution, and that's our largest distribution of the entire year. And so we do close for about 3 or 4 or 5 days around Thanksgiving, which means those are less service days that we have in the pantry so that we can open up and do our Thanksgiving distribution. So last year, combined Thanksgiving distribution and our regular service here in the food pantry was 888 families. So that was over a whole month period. And then, so right now we're at only well, that was day 18. Obviously we're on, past that now, but so we've already gone beyond that, and we expect to go, I'm not sure what our totals will probably be for this weekend, but I think we're aiming for probably at least 200 to 250 families this weekend, possibly. Lamar kind of handles that aspect, and because we're having to rely on what we could get through the Atlanta Community Food Bank, which has been great. That's a great partnership for us, and that's allowed us to pack some really nice boxes. And so he's kind of keeping an eye on what we have in the facility. He and I are both ordering, online through what they call e-harvest. But those numbers are a lot. That's huge. For it to be our largest distribution, and the poundage of food, that's far exceeds what we even do at Thanksgiving, and that includes, the turkey and the Thanksgiving dinner. So yes, a huge difference in what we're seeing happening.
And are you looking at this continuing for a while?
Yes, this is not going to be an easy fix. I mean, I'm not real big on listening to the news every single day. It can get a little bit depressing. But I do know that we were at 22 million people unemployed in America just as a couple of days ago. I don't know exactly what Cherokee County's unemployment rate is, but even with the opening of the economy, that's going to be a slow thing for those that are in food service, which has been hit really hard, and anybody in entertainment, your bars, your bowling alleys, anything like that, your hairdressers, they're going to be able to open. But it's going to take the general public a little bit of time to feel comfortable and confident in doing that. And so restaurants are going to be able to open and maybe start serving in-house, but they're not necessarily going to have the guests. And so that doesn't mean they're going to be able to bring their full staff back on right away. And so that affects those who are living paycheck to paycheck, which the reality of it is that's most people. That's not the minority. That's the majority of people. We like to think it's a minority, but a minority, but it's not. And so we're going to see that that's going to happen for months. I'm expecting, honestly, July, August to continue to see some really heavy numbers and first-time guests to here. We're seeing, as an average, for us to see, 18 new people in a month is pretty good, but we're seeing anywhere from 13 to 18 new guests in our facility a week versus a month. And so that number is going to continue to grow as individuals say to us what they've been saying, and that is, I've never had to do this before. I don't know what to do, but I need help. And food is somewhere we can help. The idea is we want them to be able to maintain paying for their, car insurance and their car payment if they have one during this period, because we want them to be able to get back on their feet. But if they've lost the car, then they've lost the ability to work. And so we can't help them with that, but we can certainly help them with food, which helps them in turn stay where they are. Because I'm afraid that we're going to see some homelessness numbers increase over the next several months. I mean, those who are already living in extended stays, when this all started happening, we're already saying, we're concerned. We don't know how we're going to even have a place to live next week. And so we're going to see this for months. It's going to be a residual effect. It's not going to be a quick fix. We're not going to open the economy and see things back to complete normal. And so it's going to take a while for those that have been hit the hardest financially to recoup. And so that's where we're going to need to step in and continue to help serve as many folks as we can.
Millie, we appreciate everything that you and Never Alone does. And we know that Cherokee County is blessed to have several food banks in our county. And yours, a small location in Woodstock, Rope Mill Road. How can the community come out and serve you or help you at Never Alone? What can we do to help you do what you do?
Well, right now, obviously, we're trying to keep our volunteer team very small during this time, just because of the social distancing that we have to do in the size of our facility. And so just trying to be safe, we are keeping the volunteer aspect kind of small. But that doesn't mean that we don't need the financial support, because as I said, we are partners with the Atlanta Community Food Bank, and that means that for $1 that you give us, we can turn that into $9 retail, or $1 given to us can essentially provide 4 meals to a family. So Financial donations are great because the Atlanta Community Food Bank has been working really, really hard to make sure that we have what we need. But what a lot of people don't realize is that they are a nonprofit just like we are. And so we do have a cost share. So we don't really pay for the food, but yet we do. We have a cost share. That means that we're help sharing the cost of what it takes for them to do what they do, because they deal with USDA, they deal with, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, Georgia Nutritional Assistance Program, they deal with, all the grocery stores. They take all that manpower and so that they can support the small local food pantries like us. And so financial donations are one of the best ways. They can do that on our website. They can become a monthly partner. They can make a one-time donation. We know a lot of people with these stimulus checks don't feel like they should keep them, so they're putting them back into the community, and we've already seen that, and we're grateful for that. For some people, they responded well. A couple of weeks ago, we were able to get a lot of spaghetti sauce for these remote distribution sites that we're doing. We were not able to get any spaghetti, so we had like 300 or 400 cans of spaghetti sauce and no spaghetti noodles. And so within a matter of days, the community pitched right in and did that. So, there's always things. They can check our website. We try to keep that updated of what our most current food needs are. Like right now, it's pasta sauce is a huge one, canned pasta. But like I said, they can always check our website and find out what that is, and follow us on Facebook. That's a great way to keep up with what we're doing. Pictures, videos of it. Right now we have the National Guard here as part of our volunteer manpower. That was something that came through us to the Atlanta Community Food Bank. And they've been great, been able to really provide some needs that we had volunteer-wise, so that we could keep our most vulnerable at home and not here, because that's a great number of our volunteers do fall into that age bracket that they need to be staying home, or they have pre-existing conditions. So, but we've managed, but that support from the community is why we've been able to do what we've been able to do to the extent. So we're very appreciative of our community.
Millie, thank you so much for sharing with us today. That's a lot of information, and we really appreciate all that you are doing for our community. So get those donations, go on social media, great idea, keep up with them so you know when Never Alone needs spaghetti or spaghetti sauce or anything else. We are blessed to have you in the community, because I know it's more than giving out food at Never Alone. It's listening to those people and hearing their concerns. And it's been a tough time, and we need that in our community. We need people that serve like you do. So thank you. Thank everyone at Never Alone. And we appreciate you being with us today on Cherokee in Focus.
Well, thank you for having me. And thank you, Sonia, for everything you do in our community. You're a great beacon in the community, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, Millie. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
May 5th, 2020 is Giving Tuesday, so take this time to show the nonprofit charitable organization of your choice that you care by making a donation. It has been a difficult time for those organizations in our community who work to serve others, and they need your help. If you would like your donation to go to Cherokee Focus, you can go to our website at cherokeefocus.org and donate to Cherokee Focus overall, or one of our programs or initiatives, such as Cherokee Youth Works, Drug Free Cherokee, or the Cherokee County Suicide Prevention Coalition. Now, to leave you with a smile, our hashtag Cherokee Strong moment.